Now, on Sunday, February 22nd, in the Lidl LGFA National Football League Division 1, it is a Munster derby as it's Cork versus Kerry in Austin Stock Park down in Tralee with a 2 o'clock throw in. With that in mind, we're thrilled to be joined here on the Big Red Bench by Cork senior footballer and in-form forward from the Bride Rovers Club, Katie Quirke. Katie, you're very welcome back to the bench. How are you?
Good. Thanks, man, for having me, Jar.
Good to talk to you again. The story so far, your last minute injury time free got us a draw with Kildare. We beat Galway in Parky Ring, where you scored 5 points in each of those games, and you weighed in with 2 more points in the very impressive win up in Crossmaglen last Sunday away to Armagh. It has been a very encouraging start. What's the vibe like inside the dressing room heading into this big game?
Yeah, I think we're really happy kind of where we are. We'd said after the last game, if you told us after our first three games that we were going to have two wins and a draw on the board, like we would have grabbed that with two hands. So I think we're in a good spot now at the minute. Like there's loads to be working on after each game. Like there's, you know, loads of little things to be looking at. But no, we'll learn from each game and like that. Try to bring it in now to our final couple of league games as well.
Yeah, because you know all about playing in Division Two and getting out of Division Two and how difficult that was and what a tough league that is. To get back up to Division One is very important for the progression of this panel, and to do it and now to get such a positive start. You could even see it the last day after the Galway game, just the happiness and I suppose the momentum, a little bit of momentum. It's still very early in the year, as you said, but you're in a good place. But playing Division One football, how important is that, Katie? Not just for yourselves, the more experienced players, but the younger players on the panel.
Yeah, I think last year, like being in Division Two, like there were tough games. Like I don't think we won any of our games by more than a couple of points. Like it was a tough one to get out of, and obviously getting to the league final, like not even having won that, like it is such a hard competition. So I think coming into like Division One, obviously like it's another step up again. So like going back a couple of weeks, we didn't really know what way it was going to go for us. But I think we've done really well. Like each of our games that we've had, like it's had to come to that. We'd have to dig it up, like for that draw or the two wins. Like we're kind of coming from behind a few points, so like it is kind of learning those things. And like as you said, kind of for a few of us who have been there for a couple of years, as well as the younger girls as well. Like they're huge things to be trying to learn from and implement then for championship as well.
And added to all of that, Katie, the new rules that are being trialled in the National League this year, from a forwards perspective, you seem to be doing all right. You've scored 12 points in three games. You've been contributing as well a lot more, I think, in the build up to scores. You're very active. I suppose, what's your interpretation, first of all? How have you found the new rules? And the three up, how much has that helped you and helped Cork?
Yeah, I think they're a lot to get used to. And even in the first couple of like training sessions that we had that they were trying to be introduced, and even the first couple of practice games, they were so different. And even like last weekend, we did end up breaching one of the three up as well. So like there is like you don't be thinking about them actively during games, and it's only when something like that happens that you're like reminded of it again. Um, I think they're very good, and like I watched a few of the games now that have been on TGCar and streamed and things as well, and like it is making I think it more exciting to watch and to play as well. Um, like I would be in favor of them being kept, and I know it is only a trial basis at the minute, but I think it is like it's adding to the game, and you can see even with the men like last year, I think it was very good to watch, and even this year again, like I find some of their games like have kind of gone up another level as well. So I do think it is very good. Like that, it does take a bit getting used to, and trying to remember them as well. But it is a good challenge for us anyway.
It sounds as well from a forwards, and you're in the forwards union, that it's suiting you. It's suiting this Cork team because, with respect, I don't think you're the biggest physical team in the senior grade, but there's a lot of younger players and lighter players and smaller players. The fact that you've got to be able to move the ball fast and the solo and go rule, which has been really popular as well, you seem to have adapted to it slowly, as you said. But do you see bigger benefits down the line if these rules are kept for the Cork team and the way it's set up?
Yeah, I think so. Like as you said, we're not the like physically biggest team or probably fastest, strongest team that is in Division 1 or that we will be coming across. So I think they are kind of suiting us in that sense as well. Like it is a bit of a quicker game, and even like there is a lot more kind of overall mileage, I'd say, up for games as well. So like physically it is tougher, but I think it is, we're kind of getting on well with them like that. I think the more you probably get used to them, the quicker you will be doing them, and like you won't have to take that second to think about it. So it'll be interesting now to see, all right, in another couple of weeks, I suppose, when we're kind of more into the swing of them and like that, I suppose, when the weather gets nicer and it comes around to championship as well, like that does kind of bring another element to it as well. So it'll be an interesting couple of weeks, I'd say, to see how they fare out.
It certainly will. It's always interesting with the Cork senior team to see how they're getting on. Good news for you as well this year. Sarah Murphy and Leah Hallahan, fellow club members from Bride Rovers. Fantastic for the club to have 3 seniors at intercounty senior level this year, and a nice boost for those 2 players to be able to work and train and, I suppose, progress with you.
Yeah, definitely. It's great having like a good contingent, and even just the support from the club, I suppose, coming up to games. And I know last year it was, we'd an underage team played even at halftime, and little things like that. It is nice for the club and just kind of a bit of recognition as well. So yeah, having the 2 girls there as well, like they're, you know, getting on like really, really well, and like they're both with UCC as well, and they're having a good year. So, you know, I suppose there's plenty of games there to be played, and hopefully when club season comes around again, it'll be a positive for us.
Indeed, we'll talk about the club season when that comes around, as you mentioned. Now,
Yeah.
last year, Cork lost 113 to 10 points to Kerry in their opening TG Car Munster Championship game, which was in Clodove. That was April. Then the following June at Parky Queeve, Super Valley Parky Queeve, Schaefer O'Shea and Danielle O'Leary were on fire as Kerry won 5-7 to 2-9 in the TG Car All-Ireland Championship group stages. You know Kerry very well, Katie, at this stage. There's no surprises. Same for them against you. But going down to Austin Stack Park on Sunday, this is not going to be easy. I mean, that's putting it mildly. But the fact is, you're on a decent run of form, and you're coming into the game with very little to lose. How have the preparations been heading into this game? Because this is now like a real proper test of where you are.
Yeah, like we're under no delusion there. Like Kerry are a super outfit, and like sure that we play them so many times each year. Like it is, you know, the players like so well, and like what they're capable of and everything. And especially now, I suppose, going down to Kerry as well. Like we had them at home twice last year, so going down and for them to get a home venue as well, like it is will be an extremely tough task. Um, but I suppose like that, we're kind of looking at it. We're going to go down and try to put in a good performance, and you know we've a lot to build on. And those mistakes that we've been making in other games, like there might be a bit under more pressure this year or this week even. So like it's just, I suppose, minimizing those mistakes and trying to get on it as well as we can. Like that, they're a really, really good outfit. So it'll be definitely a tough battle down there.
It certainly will. On Sunday, as we said, in the Lidl LGFA National Football League Division 1, Kerry versus Cork, Austin Stack Park in Tralee, with a 2 p.m. throw in to Katie Quirke and to the Cork seniors from everybody here on the big red bench. We wish you all the best, and we'll catch up with you again soon. Thanks for your time today.
Thanks, Milder. Thank you.